So watch what you show on camera.
Calling case 2458165, people of the state of Michigan versus Cornell William Tompkins. Defendant is charged in count 1 and 2, criminal sexual conduct, 3rd-degree person, 13 through 15. Count 3, criminal sexual conduct, 4th-degree victim, 13 through 15. Defendant has a habitual offender second offense notice. Appearances for the record.
Mackenzie Wheeler for the people, P86308.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Lisa Gregory, P53372, appearing on behalf of Mr. Tompkins.
Tell me your name for the record, sir.
Cornell William Tompkins.
Date, time, set for preliminary examination. Record for the record.
Sure, Judge.
How many witnesses?
Just one.
Need preliminary matters?
I'd like to get a mutual order of sequestration.
Ladies and gentlemen out there, you two can, if you are a witness or potential witness, in order to log off at this time. There doesn't appear to be any witnesses in the courtroom.
And Judge, there will be, my complainant's friend is going to accompany her. She's not a witness in the proceeding, but she will be sitting here. That's okay. And Judge, beyond that, I'd just like to put the defense on notice that I may be moving to add an additional CSC 4th count, depending on how the proofs come out today.
Thank you, Judge.
Call your witness.
People call Paige Allen.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Please have a seat in the spots next to you. Wait, nice and loud, speaking to that microphone with the white on it, nice and clear. So, maybe giving you ready.
Could you please state and spell your name for the record?
Paige Allen, Paigea.
And Paige, when is your birthday?
July 4th, 2008.
So how old are you today?
16.
Paige, I am going to take you back to the date of November 19th of 2023. On that date, where were you living?
12848 Claremont, Detroit, Michigan.
And is that in Wayne County?
Yes.
Paige, on that date at that location, who was all staying with you?
My mother and my sister.
What are their names?
Lamar Ward and
Paige, do you know someone by the name of Cornell Tompkins?
yes.
All right, who is that person to you?
Family friend.
When was the last time you saw that person?
November 18th. 2003. I'm sorry. 2023.
Paige, do you see that person in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Can you please point to him and just identify something that he's wearing?
Okay.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that the witnesses identified the defendant. So Paige, you said that the last time you saw the defendant was on November 19th, 2023. Did something happen on that date that brings you to court today?
Yes.
What was that?
I was enlisted.
So Paige, where did that happen at?
At my home.
That The same house or a different house than the one that you mentioned before?
Same house.
And about what time did that happen?
Around 2 in the morning.
So leading up to about 2 in the morning, what had you been doing?
I was
Say that again?
sleeping.
Sleeping. And before you went to bed, what were you doing?
On my phone.
Who was in the house with you that night?
My mother, my sister.
What were they doing before you went to bed?
My sister was asleep, and when my mother in the living room.
And when you say twin, who are you referring to?
My sister.
That's okay. Do you see Quinn in the room today?
Yes.
Okay. Can you just point to Quinn, identify him?
Green.
Indicating for the record with defendant Cornell William Thomas.
Thank you. And so you said that Quinn and your mom were staying up.
Mhm.
Do you know what they were?
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We have to say yes or no, just because. You said that Quinn and your mom were staying up. Do you know what they were doing that night?
Talking in our living room.
Okay. And you said that you were in bed. At some point, did you wake up?
Yes.
About what time did you wake up? How do you know that?
When I was on my sleep, I would check my phone.
Did you do that on this occasion? What woke you up?
When I came in my room,
And when Quinn came in your room, did he say anything to you?
yes,
What did he say?
he asked about my phone.
What did you say to him?
No.
What did Quinn do next?
He told me to scoot over and he laid in my bed.
And when you were in your bed, were you laying down, sitting up, or something else?
Laying down,
Were you on your back, your side, your stomach, or something else?
back.
And when Quinn said for you to scoot over, what did you do?
I scooted over.
What did Quinn do?
He got in my bed, I laid down.
And when Quinn was laying in your bed, how was he positioned? Had Quinn ever done this before with you?
No.
And what happened next?
He laid on his bed and he pulled me and covered me, pulled me closer to him. Kissing on my neck and my breast. The very I'm sorry. And he got off the bed, opened my legs and put his mouth on my vagina.
Okay, so Quinn, you said Quinn grabbed you and pulled you, is that right?
Yeah.
What part of your body did he grab onto to pull
My side.
you? And what did you do when he was pulling? And you told us that Quinn was touching your breast, is that correct?
Yes.
And at the point when he was touching your breast, what were you wearing?
Underwear and a book.
After Quinn had touched your breast, and let me ask you actually, Paige, what body part did Quinn use to touch your breasts?
His hands.
After he'd done that, what did he do next?
Look at my legs. He put his mouth on my vagina.
And when he did that, how was he positioned?
knees.
Was he, and while he was on his knees doing that, what were his hands doing?
His hands were his hands, one mouth, and his other one was on my leg.
Did Quinn say anything to you while he was doing this?
Yes,
What did he say?
we want to stop.
Say what?
We want me to stop.
What did you say?
Yes,
During this, what was Quinn doing with his mouth?
he was putting his tongue. He was putting his tongue on my like vagina.
And specifically, what part of your vagina was he putting his tongue?
The inside of my vagina.
What happened next?
He asked me if I would stop. And probably 2 or 3 minutes later, he got up and
During all of this, did Quinn, did any other parts of Quinn's body touch your body parts? Paige, once Quinn left the room, what did you do?
I called my cousin.
What's your cousin's name?
I'm sorry.
Terminated Tisdale.
Did your cousin answer?
Yes.
What did you two discuss?
I was crying to her and she said, I don't tell my mother she
Did you call anyone else that night?
Yes.
Who was that?
My sister.
What did you tell your sister?
The same thing. I told somebody.
After you made these phone calls, what happened?
My mother woke up and came in my room. And she asked me if he touched me. And I said yes. She called him. Asked if he touched me. He said no. He was going to come back to my house. He came into my house. Dropped me in my room. My mother said no, you're not going out the room. And he denied touching me. And he put back on me for the police.
Paige, I can't remember if I asked you this question or not already, but during this incident with Quinn, did he kiss you at all?
No.
Did his mouth touch any other parts of your body besides your vagina?
Yes.
What parts?
My neck.
Nothing further, Judge.
Cross-examine.
Paige, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, is that okay?
Say yes.
Yes.
So, when your mom called the police, did you, tell the police what happened?
Yes.
Did they came to the house?
Yes.
And did you go to the hospital?
Yes.
And you told them what happened?
Yes.
Did they do any kind of, testing or swabbing of your body?
Yes.
What did they swab?
My neck, breast, and vagina.
Is there any reason why, you didn't reach out to your mom before you called your cousin? Or had you tried?
I was scared.
You scared to call her? And she was in the house, wasn't she?
Yes.
Why were you afraid to call her?
I woke up out of my sleep confused.
Okay. And when you say that, Mr. Tompkins is a family friend, do you know how long he's been a friend of the family?
Since I was born,
So you've known him your whole life?
yeah,
Were, Mr. Tompkins and your mom ever in a relationship?
no,
Now, when you said that you were lying, both were lying on your back, and then he got up, did you have on underwear at the time?
yes,
Did you have on pajamas at the time? Just underwear, top and bottom?
yes.
Now, the way you described it, you said that Mr. Tompkins was holding your mouth with one hand and your legs or leg with the other,
Yes,
and that was during the time that he was putting his face in your shoulder area.
yes.
Did he ever undress?
No,
Nothing further, thank you.
So, you redirect?
Just a couple questions.
Okay.
Paige, you were asked on cross a little bit about how you knew Quinn. What was your relationship with Quinn like before this?
our relationship was good. I don't know how to describe our bond, I would say.
Paige, you were also asked a little bit about what you had on that night, and you said that you had underwear on that night. Is that right?
Yes,
At some point, did your underwear come off?
yes.
How did that happen?
He took my number.
When you say he, are you talking about Quinn?
Yes,
That's all.
Okay, Paige. So this incident that you just described to us, was that the only time something like that happened?
yes.
So there has not been any other contact with Quinn in your vagina or anything like that, right?
No,
Let's just based on that question.
I think the people judge.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other witnesses for the people?
No other witnesses for the people, Judge. I do have 3 proposed exhibits that I provided defense counsel prior to the hearing today. People's proposed exhibit 1 is a Department of the Michigan State Police Laboratory Report number MD 23-3791. It is a evidence report detailing the collection of DNA swabs from Paige Allen. It indicates on this report, and this is record number 1 of MD 23-3791. It says that DNA was recovered from the following, indicated the possible presence of male DNA and was processed further. That is the right neck swabs. It says that DNA recovered from the following indicated the possible presence of male DNA, and that is the vaginal wall / cervical swabs, vulvar / labia majora swabs, and the right and left breast swabs. And it says that DNA recovered from the following did not indicate the presence of male DNA and was not processed further. That's the anal, perineal swabs, oral swabs, and mouth, lips / perioral swabs.
Are you gonna provide a copy of that for my court?
Absolutely, Judge. People's proposed exhibit 2 is the same laboratory number as the previous one, but it is record number 2. It underlines in the interpretation section that the DNA profile obtained from the right neck swabs is consistent with multiple contributors, at least one of which genetically typed as male. And that the profile is suitable for comparisons upon receipt of reference samples or possible additional contributors. It also indicates that a DNA profile that genetically types as male from the right neck swabs was entered to the combined DNA index system, or CODIS, and will be searched indefinitely at regular intervals. Providing your order record number 2. And finally, Judge, People's proposed exhibit 3 is the same laboratory number. This is record number 3. This states that a search of the state level of the combined DNA index system database resulted in a high stringency association between the right neck swabs and the DNA database specimen number MI09-010704. And the DNA database specimen information states DNA database specimen name is Quinnell William Tompkins, with a date of birth of 11/2/1986. And I would move for admission of these 3 exhibits under MCL 766.11b.
Exhibit purposes?
May I publish to the court, Judge?
Yes.
And Judge, we have a stipulation that the defendant's date of birth is November 2nd, 1986.
So stipulation. Court receives that stipulation.
That people list.
Any witnesses on behalf of the
Judge, we would move to bind over on only counts number 1, the CSC in the 3rd degree for the mouth to the genital opening, and count 3, the CSC in the 4th degree for the touching of the breasts. I'm not going to belabor any of the points, but just to make a record, the CSC in the 3rd degree was established by the complainant's testimony that the defendant put his mouth to her vagina, and specifically when I asked her, she said inside his vagina, or her vagina rather. Judge, the CSC in the 4th degree was for the touching of the breasts. And I believe that, we can infer the sexual intent from the nature of the rest of the incident. Paige also testified to her age being 16 today, and this happening last year, putting her within the 14, 15, and 16 mark. And so with that, I would reserve the rest of my argument.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do concur with counsel that count 2 should be dismissed. And as to the information conference, because of this question.
I agree. This question of fact as it relates to count 1 and count 3.
Okay, so thank you for tuning into this case. As you can see, despicable. And like I said again, I'm not perfect, but one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to touch a child. I'm not going to touch anybody that don't want to be touched in the first place. But specifically, these sexual misconduct cases are referencing children. Stop it. But when you don't stop it, you got people like me that's going to sit behind the walls of the internet and we're going to do these videos. We're going to do these videos because other people need to be educated that there are deviant predators out there that's going to do the most around your children. So you got to be prepared. You got to know what's may happen or may not happen in these regard. Put it in the comment. How do you feel about this case? The ones who stuck around and looked at the case, make sure you hit that notification bell, like this video. The more likes we get, the more these videos were, they will run. And I need all the likes in the world. Sometimes my videos don't get pushed. Sometimes they do get pushed. But nevertheless, thank you for all that watch my video. I don't care if it's one person. Thank you. You can support the channel through Cash App or Super Chat. And once again, we will see you in the next video.